There's a quote by Carl Jung, who was a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who founded analytical psychology. Jung's work was influential in the fields of psychiatry, anthropology, archaeology, literature, philosophy, and religious studies. He's best known for his theories of the collective unconscious, including the concept of archetypes and the use of synchronicity in psychotherapy. He said, "Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes." Whatever you see, you can become. And whatever you habitually continue seeing will materialize itself in your physical reality. No one necessarily decides who they are. You discover who you are. There are some major things about yourself that has gone unrecognized by you. But if you discover it, it will make the life you live so much easier and seamless. For example, it's possible that a person can have multiple gifts or multiple things they can do really well, but you will have only one dominant gift. Therefore, if you discover your dominant gift and utilize it effectively, it has the possibility of making the life you live currently so much easier. Imagine a bird. Birds have the ability to both fly and walk, but their dominant gift is flying. A bird would be foolish to set out on a 200-mile journey by walking. If they did, they would certainly never make it to their destination in peace, or make it at all. On the other hand, if they chose to utilize their dominant gift of flying, they would make their journey more seamless. The same also goes for each and every individual on earth. If you can muster the courage to look within yourself and live your true, authentic self, you will live like a king or a queen the rest of your life. There's a quote by Jeanette Caron, and she said, "If you want to get rich on the outside, then become rich on the inside first. You will reap on the outside what you sow on the inside." Being rich may mean something different for each person, depending on where they are in their life. Some people may want to be rich in having an abundance of friends or money. Some others may desire to be rich in having an abundance of good health, etc. You must become more consciously aware of your daily meditation, daydreaming, imagination, feelings, and what you're saying to yourself, self-talk, constantly throughout your day, because it's a theme. And that theme on the inside will produce itself in your outside world or experience. One of my quotes states that the results of your life is the canvas that your subconscious mind chooses to paint its masterpiece portrait upon, whether good or bad. Each person is painting their life story from the inside out. But in order to effectively live your life, you must awaken your consciousness. I've shared several ways you can awaken your consciousness on other podcast episodes, but a couple of simplistic ways you can do so is by practicing mindfulness, being in the present moment. We know that there are things you can do to increase your mindfulness or being mindful eating, mindful smelling things, and meditation. Whenever you commit to doing anything consistently, you will receive consistent results. It's like the architect who designs a building. Before it's physically built or sketched onto paper to be used as a guide, he first designs it within himself. You must also design the life you wish to live on the inside of you, with all the feelings associated with your desire fulfilled. If you're able to build it in your mind, you will certainly have it in time. If you desire to have more love and kindness in your life, simply give it abundantly and lavish it upon yourself on the inside of you first. And that love will manifest itself to you in various forms in your physical world. The worst thing anyone can do is to look for something outside of themselves that they have not first given to themselves on the inside. Your thoughts, your imagination, and negative or positive self-talk. That would be equivalent to a woman losing her wedding ring on the inside of her house and then taking a flashlight and begin looking for the ring in her backyard. Everyone will look at her and say that she's a foolish person because of it. There's a quote by William James, and he said, "There is a voice inside which speaks and says, 'This is the real me.'" That's very fitting, because each person knows how weak or how strong they really are from a mental perspective. And whatever they continually see, they will continue to reflect onto the outside world or their experience. However, if a person who has discovered they are weak on the inside currently, it doesn't mean they have to remain in that state of mind forever. We can change to a different and more pleasurable state of mind anytime we want to. All it takes is discipline and the willingness to feel uncomfortable at the beginning in the short term. Each of us must develop the inner strength to look beyond the present moment of pain and seek out and abide in the pleasurable ending of our desire on the inside of us. I've been told that most successful movie directors start their project from their desired ending and work their way backwards in order to finish the movie. Symbolically, you can look at your life as a movie, and you get to decide from the inside, using your imaginative thoughts, meditation, etc., of how pleasurable the ending will be as it's related to the fulfillment of your dreams and goals. Have you ever heard the phrase, "I'm all in"? Yes, be all in concerning perfecting the inside of you. And everyone looking from the outside will be able to attest to the great work you've done on the inside of yourself, which is the hidden parts that our physical eyes can't see through observation. So take off the proverbial makeup, facade, and stop trying to live how you think others would want you to live, and begin the inward journey of searching the endless reservoir within yourself. There's a passion within you that you've not fully given yourself to, because you don't necessarily see anyone else expressing themselves in that manner, and you aren't convinced that passion within you is worthy or significant, but it certainly is. The only reason you haven't observed others with your particular expression or passion is because it doesn't exist until you express it from within the inner resources of yourself. That's why it's extremely important that you live from within and develop your true self. After all, the entire world waits to experience and benefit from your true self. Just as the sun arises and many people awake early to catch a glimpse of its rising splendor, and just like those who catch the first glimpse of the sun and are awake, others in the world will be fast asleep because it's just not their time to see your splendor. So never become discouraged if others don't recognize the greatness within you by sleeping on you, so to speak. Be committed to working within your current light. There's an audience that you have right now that you can be committed to. That audience could simply be your family or a group of friends or even on a larger level. But it doesn't have to be on a larger level. Start where you are and be committed to that. In conclusion, there's a quote by Joseph Campbell, and he said, "Find a place inside where there's joy, and the joy will burn out the pain." Whatever was in the past is in the past. You can change it by making your future so big that yesterday disappeared or disappears.